The fans are on their feet ready for some funny car ground pounding. Let's go racing.
Welcome back to the Camaro from Atlantis, the Jungle Gym car. Originally a Revell kit from the 70s. We're up to step number 8. I think our last update we were on step number 5, I think. 4, 5. 5. Yeah. Well, I have that many steps left. There's only, how many steps are there? 10? Yeah, 10. So we're up to step 8, so we've just got a couple steps left. I think in the last update we had, as I said, the frame together, which is step 5. Now we've got the engine put together. We got the wheels glued on. We've got the roll cage put together. We've got the pan here glued on. The roll cage I'm still working on. Explain a couple things here. Well, we'll start with the engine first. The engine we put in, it's just a... let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. Lower the camera just a bit. There we go. And let me get a pointer. I should have prepared all this crap. Okay. The engine, it's a basic block. I mean, there's no detail on it. It's a block with the transmission on it. So I didn't, I'm not going to plumb this, wire it, all this other crap, because it's just not worth it in my book. On this kit. You could if you want to. You'd have plenty of room to make your own distributor. You might want to watch the wiring though, because most funny car kits you have to be really, really careful with running wiring and plumbing, because it usually interferes with this piece right here, or the body itself. But we're not going to do it on this one. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not on this kit. But we got the block painted black. The headers are a funky kind of header setup, which I have to touch up here. They're kind of strange looking, but that's what the kit gave us. That's what we're going to go with. But the headers, I drilled open the ends, opened them up, because they were just molded. Let me get my glasses here so I can see what the hell I'm doing. They were just molded shut. So I took a small circuit board drill bit and drilled the openings on the headers and opened them up. We painted the headers. If anybody who ever ran black headers will know what I'm talking about. I had blackjacks on my car, which were black headers. But after a while, they kind of, the longer you run them, the more they start turning from a black to almost like a dark charcoal color. They start to fade from, the heating and cooling down and heating. So I wanted my black on the headers to be that grayish kind of black. So for that I used NATO black, which is XF69, and painted the headers NATO black. The block is just plain old black. It's actually primer black. The belt is rubber black. It's XF85. And the pulleys are my Prismacolor marker. And then the supercharger I stripped, and that's Krylon chrome plating on the supercharger. I haven't put the scoop on yet because I'm not going to use the included scoop. It's just this ginormous funky looking thing, and I don't like it. So I'm going to put my own scoop on, but because I still have to cut my glass, I don't want to glue it on yet. Here is what the kit supplies you with, which I stripped. This normally would be chromed, but I stripped it. I was going to use it, but it's like, I just don't like it. So I found this in my junk box, which I think looks a little better. It's close to what he ran on his car. And that'll go on there, kind of sort of like this. So it's going to be this style scoop. And we'll strip it, or maybe I'll just dull coat it. We'll paint the butterflies, then I'll just dull coat it, dull it down a little bit. And then I'll just glue this onto the top of the supercharger, if I can get my mouth working, and then I think it'll look pretty spiffy there. Kind of see it there on the engine. Oop, there we go. And then the wheels, we took Tamiya panel line accent and kind of detailed out the rear wheels, which are painted, I think I already said this, Duplicolor gold. I think that's a GM gold. So we got that. So that's the engine. The pan here, that's AK door aluminum. I was going to go with Model Air aluminum, and probably should have because it's a little brighter, but I'll go ahead and stick with this. This is what I use. It's a enamel, and it's already thin for airbrushing. You just pour it right into your airbrush and start shooting. But we sprayed the pan with the door aluminum, and then we sprayed the tin work here that goes on top of this. When the body's down, we sprayed that with the door aluminum as well. So that's done. The shifter, that's my own shifter out of the junk box. I didn't like the included shifter. It almost looks like it's for a 135th car or 132nd. It's like, in fact, I couldn't even find it at first. It's so small. It's right here, and it's like that's a little, in my opinion, too small. And to me, so is the steering wheel. I might see if I can find just a little bigger steering wheel, because that looks too small as well. They have two. You have the butterfly kind of style, which would be correct, and then you have this round one, itty bitty round one here. I mean, I know they were small on funny cars, but not that small. So I'll look at my junk box and see if I can't find one that's just a little larger and put it on here. We got the gas pedal is on though. That came with the kit, and that's all done. Now the roll cage I put together, and the roll cage comes in halves. It's a right half and a left half. And good luck trying to get the cross braces aligned, because they split the cross braces obviously in half. And for the life of me, I couldn't get it aligned right to where it looked okay. They were all wonky. It just looked like crap. You can see it here. Get this piece here, and there's this one. There's a one on top here they don't even show. But so after I got it all together as best as I could, and I let it dry, and I went back and I cut them all off. Here are the old ones right here. You can see how wonky they are when you go to glue the halves together. So what I did is I took some rod. I have this pack from Evergreen. It's an assortment of rod and tube. It's 217. And I found it's actually tubing that was this very same size as the what came molded on. So after this was dry, I cut all the center bracing off and replaced it with my own. So they're all straight, all one piece, and all look a ton better. So that's that. And I'm just letting it dry. Once it dries, it'll get painted orange like the rest of the frame. And then the body we got painted. It's been in the 90s here, and we got it painted. The Star Spangled Blue, I finally got that in. And here is the body in the Star Spangled Blue. It's a little darker than what his car was, but that's close enough for me. So I'm gonna let it sit for another couple days. Then I'm going to clear it, and then we'll decal it, and then we'll clear it again. And then we'll paint the bumper and paint the headlights, the grille, the bumperettes in the front. But I think it's a pretty blue, and I think the blue is close enough, you know. So that's the body. I think it looks, as you see over here, it looks spiffy. I think it'll look really super when it's on this. So, yeah, pretty cool. We got a shop card in, before I forget, from Dave, over at the Plastic Imagination Workshop right here. Here's his card. Pretty cool. And as you can see, he built a little bit of everything. Nice card, and some great looking builds there too. And then he wrote a nice note on the back. And so thank you, Dave, for the card. I'll send one out to you. I'll use your return address. Send it out to you. I still have to send one to Terry too, over at Hobby Barn. I got to get busy and get those sent out. So we got two cards, and I think I already showed you Terry's card. I'll show it again though. So Terry and Dave, two shop cards. I think now that is it. I think I'm going over everything. I think I'm going over the paint. Yeah, I think that is it. Got the shop cards and the modifications to the roll cage using our tubing. I don't know what size it is because it came in an assortment pack. I just know it's the exact same size as what was on the kit, so it worked out well. Alright guys, we're up to too many minutes. Alright, that's everything. We'll see you probably in the next video. Will probably be the final, I would think, because as I said, I only got 2 steps left. So, alright guys, take care. We'll see you.